Hey, De-Crypt back again with another bit of news for you. I don't know if any of you have been keeping tabs on the Bermudan government website and the live broadcast from Parliament, etc. Those of you who have would know that yesterday there was a debate in Parliament, and part of the debate was the Arbitrade um, business model. And although the audio was terrible yesterday, they were discussing it. So for those that think this is all a big scam and everything else, well, if the Bermudan government is discussing it in parliamentary discussions, it's one hell of a scam. Anyway, apart from that, as a bit of, call it, say, proof of the existence and the organization, this is Arbitrade. I have in front of me on the screen a document published by the government of Bermuda. I'm not sure when it was published, maybe yesterday or the day before. As you can see, Arbitrade Limited is now registered on the Bermudan government's website as being incorporated in Bermuda. They are now registered. There's their register number 53651. They have a list of their directors. As you can see, there's a very comprehensive list. There's the whole list of all their directors, addresses, everything. Um, Now, as you would have heard already, a lot of these guys are well known in the business industry, huge businesses such as PepsiCo, in the financial part of PepsiCo. Um, these guys are not going to go and put their name on the line for some two-bit little scam. Yes, Arbitrade is taking longer than expected to get off the mark, put it that way. But these guys are genuine. They are there, and they are working hard behind the scenes to get this business off the ground. Now, there are a number of people out there who are doing damage. They're doing damage. They are being a stone in your shoe, put it that way. You can compare them to a stone in your shoe. You're going to get to where you're going eventually, but these guys are just making life really difficult. They are creating so much FUD, fear, uncertainty, and doubt amongst people that it's really not funny, and quite frankly, it's criminal. There's already been a tweet put out by Troy. Unfortunately, I don't believe in engaging people in that way, but you can see that everybody is getting totally tired now of this stupid nonsense. You are known who you are, the main instigator. There are a number of, call it, accessories after the fact, little helpers helping this man, but he is doing some serious damage. They do know who you are. You are not only doing him damage and the company damage now, but you are doing other people damage who have had anything to do with Troy in the past. I know a few of the people I know personally. They've been named by name. This is not a good thing. This is only going to end badly for you. You might think that you live in a different country, you're safe. These laws, cyberbullying and social media laws and that kind of thing, they apply worldwide. Every country might have slightly different laws, but there are laws. And don't think because you live in a different country you are going to be safe and you can do what you like. It's easy. You must remember, if you take a look at the board of directors, you already know that Arbitrade and Cryptobontics are self-funded. These guys have money. They've got a lot of money backing them. They didn't need to raise the money, they just have it. How difficult do you think it's going to be for them to prosecute you in your own country? You're playing with fire, my friend. This is not good, and at the end of the day, because there have been a number of other people named, this could end up in a class action suit. You could lose everything you have. For what? To try and stroke your ego? Come on, dude. This is not on. Anyway, as another bit of proof, here's a tweet, or a number of tweets yesterday, by Stillman. A Stillman. Now, I haven't done too much research. I haven't had too much time to research this. But you're going to learn from this that Stillman knows a bit about what's happening here. This is somebody who actually does know something about what's happening here. I'm going to read you this whole series of tweets. The first one says, small update on Arbitrade here. First step of incorporation and vetting by the Independent Monetary Authority of Bermuda confirmed. On top of that, we stumbled upon the latest bulletin by Strook and Levan, LLP, from New York City. You wonder who they are? Let me show you. Now he goes on to explain exactly who Strook is. Arbitrade got mentioned in Strook's bulletin on Bermuda as a jurisdiction of choice for digital assets. Before I carry on, as you can see, he's also confirming that Arbitrade has now been registered and is incorporated in Bermuda. Where was I? Strook and Levan LLP aren't your run-of-the-mill law firm. They go back to 1876 when the company was founded. In 1907, after the original founder left for the New York Supreme Court, they rebranded to Strook, and shortly thereafter they moved their offices across from the New York Stock Exchange. He just goes on to explain who these guys are and where they come from and their history. And they have a long history. They're not some run-of-the-mill little backyard business. From that point on, they began cultivating its long-standing relationship with Wall Street's major financial companies. Today, Strook employ 300 plus attorneys over several offices in New York, Los Angeles, Washington, D.C., and Miami. He goes on to even quote a bit of Wikipedia. Here is a part of a list of Strook's notable past and current attorneys on Wikipedia. Robert Abrams, former New York State Attorney General. Brian Cogan, federal judge. Rita Hauser, U.S. Ambassador to the UN Human Rights Council. Alvin Hallerstein, F.J., Edward Corman, etc. His sixth tweet says, in the bulletin, Arbitrade gets mentioned alongside the Republic of Korea, FinHigh Capital, a Bermudan company, and the Bermuda FinTech Accelerator, the Arbitrade pledged, that Arbitrade pledged to donate to. Strook also mentioned Binance Group and Shift, basically recognizing the whole industry moving there and adding that they personally have had a part in some of these initiatives leading to the MOUs. At some point, you just need to choose who you want to listen to. Now he's hinting here at what I've just been on about. All of this law firm, that's Strooks that is now involved here. I have a hunch that they are actually involved behind the scenes with the registration and legitimizing Arbitrade and CryptoBontics to get them compliant with all the rules, not only in Bermuda, all over the world where they are going to be trading. Now this is a huge company putting their name, their reputation and everything behind all of this. How on earth could this possibly be some kind of a scam? If you are new here, you are more than welcome to read up on at Serious Jews and my extensive preliminary research and our update after the press conference, predominantly pertaining to Scion. Now Scion is the company that has guaranteed the gold, or rather is going to be supplying the gold, who Arbitrade has an arrangement with to secure the $10 billion worth of gold from. We're talking huge companies here, and quite personally, I don't know how these one-man shows, this guy in Australia, and I'm not going to name names, he is known to everybody. Everybody knows who he is now. Everybody who needs to know anyway. So as the tweet said, listen for that knock on your door. It's coming. Those that listened to the press conference will know what Stillman here was talking about. He seems to be a bit of an analyst and trader maybe, and he's obviously done a lot of research on Arbitrade and keeps very close tabs on the happenings in the Bermudan government and so on. The press conference, Scotia International and Nevada, that's Scion. This is all about the company supplying the gold. And then, now that I have your attention, I would also like to share my recent research into the current state of the parliamentary power balance and the legislation process with you, so we have everything in one place. Now, this is as far as it's got so far, but let's see where we are. We've got Arbitrade, who is now incorporated in Bermuda. We've got a board of directors that come from the biggest, the most popular Fortune 500 and Fortune 50 companies, I think. We have firms like Strooks and Strooks or Strook and Strook putting their name, their reputation, and everything behind the legitimacy of this company. Please tell me how you get one-man shows, little people here and there with an ego that has been dented, creating all of this absolute nonsense online and creating problems for everybody. My friend, you are going to be sorry you ever did this. These guys have got big bucks and they're going to come after you. You're going to end up with nothing. I can tell you that now. Be scared. Be very scared. Be very afraid. This is not going to end well for you. I can guarantee that now. Getting back to this document, as you can see, they've got every detail, less the telephone number of every person or board member in Arbitrade. We have got, let's just take a look here. It's very difficult to go through it. I don't know why they formatted the paper like this, but anyway, we've got, as everybody knows, Shootsman, first name Lawrence, middle name, they've even got their middle names, Howard, surname Mayer. I think I've missed out somebody. Address, Florida, USA, first name Lawrence, middle name or initial Howard, surname Mayer, the address. They even give their home address. I would imagine that's their home address, 4048 Belina Drive, California. We've got Muhammad Amin Markatia, and it also this list also gives their where they were from. I mean, here's a guy. Oh, where's this guy from? Woodworth. All of these guys, their details are all listed here. Do you think these guys, who are powerful people in the industry, would have their names listed like this? All their particulars, even their home addresses, if they were involved in some kind of a scam? I don't think so. That's enough on that. Let's just take a look at what the charts are doing for now. I'm not even going to bother with the Dignity token at the moment. As you know, we're all waiting for the token swap, which I'd love to know what is happening with it. It was supposed to have happened this week, and tomorrow will be a week since we received our update and said it was going to be happen, and we've heard absolutely nothing. This is one of the things that the company needs to get right, needs to stop doing, is giving updates, giving dates of things that are going to happen, and then they don't happen. It is not good for business. It's not good for their reputation. It's a terrible PR nightmare and creates a lot of FUD amongst investors, holders of the token, the Dignity token at the moment. It's really not good for business, and well, this is one aspect that I suppose the haters, as we like to call them, online are correct about. Arbitrade really needs to sort this out. They need to get this right. And they actually need to start producing some results, because at the end of the day, talk is cheap. Words mean nothing. You can say what they like. The board members can say what they like. Troy can say what he likes. It doesn't matter. What is going to matter is when they can say, here you go, this is what we've done. Here's our website. Here's our white paper. Here's our exchange. It's real and it works. It's done. These are the things that are really going to produce the results and shut the haters up eventually, or unless they get arrested. That's the bottom line. Anyway, I'm going out now. I will be back a little bit later, and we'll see. I forgot we were going to look at the charts. Bitcoin. This is the chart of Bitcoin. As you can see, it has done something weird. I had a little bit of a support level. You can see I drew a support level in here, at what was it, 6,456. As you can see on the chart, it came down there to the support level after this last decent rise we had. It touched on the support level there, it touched there, it touched there. It didn't quite come down there, and yeah, this happened yesterday. It came down and just broke through the support level, and I thought, well, this is one of two things. It's either a breakout or a false breakout. And as you know, if it returns immediately to the other side or above the support line again, it's usually an indication of a false breakout and a upcoming price increase or a bit of a bull run. That wasn't the case. It did actually. Let me just enlarge this here. It did actually return immediately, but it made another U-turn and went straight down and has actually made a bit of a nosedive since then. And it is now trading at 6,308 currently. That's at the moment. Where this is going to go now, I'm not quite sure. I haven't had a good look at the charts, but it has sort of thrown me a bit of a curveball. I'm not sure where this is going now. It's if you look at the big picture on a 4-hour or 1-day chart, you don't see all this finer detail. And what we see on the 4-hour chart is still the triple bottom, if you can call it that. It wasn't quite. Maybe that was a bit of wishful thinking, but if I just make this whole lot a bit smaller, you can see we broke out nicely from this pennant, and which is an indication of something good to come, or something a bit of a bull run out of that. It broke out on the upside, and we expected it to still go. But if you look at it at this scale, that little down run it made yesterday doesn't really affect anything else too much. If you look at this level where it is at the moment, we're basically at a kind of a support level for here. If it breaks through this support level, I think we might see it drop down a bit more. I'm hoping not. But if I change this to a 1-day chart, you will quite clearly see. Let me just get this nicely to scale. You can quite clearly see that it has come right in. I mean, the pressure doesn't build up much better than that or much higher than that, and it has broken out on the upside of this pennant, or flag if you'd like to call it, a descending flag. And well, we expect a rise from here. Now, what we were looking at a minute ago is the very zoomed in view of what is happening right in this little bit here. But as you can see, from looking at it from a 1,000-foot view, it is not it's not uncommon. It's quite common for this chart pattern. We can expect it to still go up pretty soon. The market is ready for it. Everybody is just sitting there expecting it and waiting for it, and as soon as something positive happens, people are going to start jumping on the bandwagon. The FOMO takes over, fear of missing out, and as soon as people see something really positive happen, I would imagine maybe a rise to say $10,000 or something like that, a decent rise, not one over a couple of days, but a real move. I think people are going to start jumping in, and then the floodgates are going to open. You won't be able to stop it until we reach maybe 20, 30,000 or so. That's my take on it anyway. This video has got now long enough. I'm heading out for a while. I will catch you later in another video. Cheers.